Water sign, somebody's gonna want you to just go with the flow, or just to be like, oh yeah, let's just do it, let's just go with it. And you're like, I don't even understand, or I don't know about this. What's going on, water signs, this weekend? Okay, so you could find somebody on their phone doing something on their phone. You could see them creeping. They could get caught doing something. Somebody can get blocked on their phone or something like that. Okay, either you see somebody searching up somebody, they're literally they're stalking somebody, they're watching somebody catch somebody doing something in the bathroom by themselves, and they watching something that you wasn't expecting them to be watching, whatever the case may be. Okay, you also could be dealing with the justice system this weekend. Even this is not like you going to court, hopefully not getting arrested, or the police. It's like you're looking up information, you're looking up to see what's going on, what's the court date, what you got to do, you know, something that's connected to the courts, or some type of balance, right? So if you feel like, okay, well, I'm about to go through a divorce, let me figure out what I got to do, let me figure out if I can find a consultation or something like that. You also could be dealing with the fire sign this weekend. What's up with you in this fire sign this weekend? Or an air sign. Okay, you're realizing that there's just some type of acceptance that just has to happen. Somebody could be given the silent treatment on purpose, but it feels like this person doesn't have any type of like self-awareness. They could be even talking behind your back. They could be being envious and or petty right now. But this is not a fire sign. This could be an air sign. Somebody could be leaving a fire sign and going to an air sign, or vice versa. There's some type of build-up emotions when it comes to this, though. They're like, okay, well, you know, I devoted to this, or I feel like this is going to make me happy. But at the same time, they know that this is a clingy situation. They're obsessed with this working. Yeah. They feel like they're going after their dream lifestyle. So it's up to them if they're going to actually get it. Somebody could be admiring you this weekend. Somebody could be like looking you up on social media and or finding you. It's like, oh, I've seen this person in person. Let me see if I can find their social media kind of thing. Okay. All right. What's going on when it comes to legal matters or justice this weekend? Okay, this could be dealing with the Pisces specifically. This may be an unwanted change. So you're going to have to control yourself, control any kind of temper, any kind of anger, or whatever the case may be. Because if not, it may lead you to being feeling trapped and locked up and or in prison. Okay? So just make sure you're not doing things out of pride. You recognize what you need to do. If you need to cut something down or you need to stop something. It's like you're driving or you're in the car and you're just like doing a lot. And it's just like you're going through a heartbreak, you're dealing with someone. And it's just like, okay, relax. Okay? Even if you get pulled over, relax. Okay? You don't need to make it worse than it needs to be. Who's searching? Who did get caught on the phone? Who gets caught on the phone this weekend? Or water signs? Alright, this could be an Aquarius, a Taurus, heavy on the Aquarius, an Aries, a Pisces, a Capricorn, a Scorpio. Okay? Maybe somebody's already been watching. It's like, okay, I can tell, I can see from my side eye kind of what you're doing, or how you're being strategic when you're alone, or how you answer certain questions, or how you answer on the phone when you talk to your baby mama, or when you talk to someone else. You're already peeping it. You feel like this person is obsessed with this person, and that is some type of like trauma, or it's like, what is really going on between y'all? You're realizing that this person's manipulating. You're trying to move ahead. You're ready to go towards some type of stability. Something's going to come to a complete end. It's like you're going to sit back and think, you're like, you know what? Why am I here? I have so much confidence. I have everything I need. You know what? I'm done. Boom. And then you're just walking up and you're out. You're done. You're over it. Okay. So who's watching you? If this is somebody watching your profile, who's looking you up? This could be a Leo. Heavy on the Leo, a Cancer, a Virgo, heavy on the Cancer, a Capricorn, or a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Alright? Why are they looking you up? They could be learning something from you, and or they're just planning on something. Somebody looks like, oh, I want to learn who you are so that way I know how to approach you. They want to learn your value. They want to see if you know your value. They also feel like you're planning for some type of stability. And you're disconnected from whoever you had a child with, or whoever that was supposed to be stable in your life. They feel like you're bored with them. You already let that go. Yeah. And so they're like, okay, well, you're holding yourself back. You're holding on to yourself. You have some type of recognition. And now I want to reach out. I want to talk to you. But they feel like there's some type of like competition. And so they're like, oh, I just don't know if this could actually work. So you may even move on from this person because they're not really trying. They may send a message, but at the same time, it's kind of like, they just secretly want to send a message. It's not like they're actually doing it. I feel like you want somebody that's going to step up to the plate that's not scared. Somebody's like, okay, I wish you well. You may find out something today, like, oh, dang, I didn't even know that. I was today years old when I found out about this. All right, when it comes to this fire sign this weekend, how do they feel about you? They're trying to avoid you. Yeah, they have low energy when it comes to this working, this getting back to growing. They feel like they have a lack of control at this point. It just kind of, it is what it is. Maybe at one point they feel like this was an unwelcome change, but now they feel like, okay, well, I can take pride in the fact that I have some type of laws, or that I went into this. Like, they don't feel like they have to be all down and out about it. There may be a quick confession that comes out, or there may be something that they like, okay, well, this is what I was trying to do, but now I'm trying to get away from it. They were trying to isolate somebody, or maybe that you knew that they were trying to get away with something when it comes to them, like trying to hold back on money or hold back on some type of stability or whatever the case may be from you. So they may either come out somehow, some way. Like, let's say y'all arguing. It was like, well, yeah, I got money to the side, or yeah, I was trying to. And it's like, oh, okay, so that's what's really going on. Okay, so maybe some type of argument this weekend with your significant other. What's going on with this air sign? Okay, so water signs, you're definitely out here, as well as the fire sign. So there's an air sign in the mix. I don't know how this is a trio. I don't know if the third party is the air sign, if the third party is somebody's the third party and they feel like they sabotage this relationship. They were dabbling into, you know, their other parts of themselves. And it's just what came out. They're trying to avoid, honestly, both of y'all, especially if it's not the air sign. Somebody could be attracted to the air sign, but knowing they need to avoid them as well. They know that they need to go their own way. Somebody knows that they need to be single. It's the third party. You're the water sign. If this is not a fire sign third party, it could be an earth sign. So it's like the water sign, the air sign, the earth sign, or the fire sign, the water sign, the air sign. Something about New York could be important. Somebody may be trying to travel, or they were planning on traveling to New York or something like that, and they didn't get to go, or something didn't happen. Your friend can help you stabilize if it comes to something like, oh, not going your way, or it's like, oh, I need somebody to come help me do something with my car, or something, I don't want to say blows up, or I get in an accident. There's something that happens and somebody can come help you. Or if you feel like you don't have anybody, you're just out and about, you're in the random street, somebody's going to come and stop and help you, and they're going to become a friend. Okay, so be careful while you're driving. There also may be people that you feel like you've already weeded out, and you don't really have anybody else that you need to weed out that's trying to be strategic around you, so you're kind of grateful for that. It's like you got all the squares out your circle, essentially. You feel a little bit more in control of who you are and where you're going. Or you will. Okay? Just make sure you're not tapping too much into this pride and ego. Okay? But the springtime is going to be heavy on the springtime. We got springtime out here twice. Springtime is when something's going to be important, when something's going to kind of integrate with you. This could be with your business and your love life, but I feel like you have to go through some type of change. Again, you could be traveling, moving, packing, and just, again, going to a carnival, enjoying the ride, just kind of taking your mind off of the everyday responsibilities and stresses, okay? I understand that everything is temporary. You could be going to a tattoo parlor, getting a tattoo, or meeting someone, and then y'all going to really, you know, make this stable, and you're going to realize this person is a sweetheart. So make sure you're not projecting any type of fears on them, or just kind of relieve your stress for now. See what happens, okay? All right, what we got for water signs, confirmations. Somebody's not going to be open to a second chance, whether a friendship and or a relationship. Make sure you stop and eat breakfast and or just get something like a brunch or something like that could be important. Don't stop now. Actually, you need to turn something up a little bit more, especially when it comes to work. Donate today. This is your confirmation to do so, okay? Be careful of self-limiting beliefs. You can't get through something. When was it ever great when it comes to this person? Be honest with yourself. They're still trying to breadcrumb you, and it's up to you to allow it. Fuck them. Literally? I don't know. Take it how it resonates. If this is someone new, should you sleep on them? You can. Just know that this person has options, okay? So don't get your feelings caught up in some type of illusions and then feel like, oh, things are unfair and you're disappointed. If you want to go into it knowing that it's a one-night stand, just let it be that. If this is somebody old, no, it's going to lead to a whole much more tension and conflict. You need to let this go, okay? You also could have some type of rival that's kind of like on your front porch and trying to be foolish when it comes to you. Yeah, they're trying to come in with some type of communication. Let this old person go and whoever they got with their drama.